Yep, he said that Sunday he scheduled to.
Six 636-1067. Nats win it today over the Mets. Take 3 of 4, climb to within 3 of 500, and get to within 5 of the lead in the NL East. We want to talk to you about it. We'll also head back downstairs and hear from the guy who's probably a little overshadowed today, but shouldn't be, Patrick Corbin, in the way he pitched 6+ innings. And we'll talk to him and have more for you on Nats Talk Live on the Nationals Radio Network.
Hi. Since 1877, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies have proudly supported our local community. Farmers and Mechanics has the insurance products to meet your needs, including home, auto, farm, dwelling fire, business owners, and umbrella coverage. Please contact your local independent agency for a review of your insurance needs and ask for a policy from the company that knows you best. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, just off Edwin Miller Boulevard on Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. FMIWV.com.
Human trafficking is modern-day slavery, and it happens in our own communities. Victims can be any gender, age, or race. Join the Department of Homeland Security's Blue Campaign to learn how to recognize and report this heinous crime. Visit our website at www.dhs.gov/bluecampaign. That's www.dhs.gov/bluecampaign. Your second look could be their second chance.
Howdy, cowpokes. Do your business cards look like they were designed by a code roper? Well, this cowboy knows the advantage of dealing with folks the old-fashioned way. When you order printed material on the internet, you're stuck with what you get. But when you need printed material to look just right, you want to deal with folks you know. And that's what you'll find at Panhandle Printing and Design. Local folks that have been delivering results for years. They can help with everything from design to production of stationery envelopes, business cards, invitations, vinyl signs, banners, vehicle wraps, and a lot more. They can answer all your printing questions, and you can call them on the phone or hop on your horse and go see them, because they're your one-stop printing shop where they have something for everyone. Panhandle Printing and Design at 124 North Maple Avenue in Martinsburg. Call 304-267-7400. You can even find them online, too, if you want to. If you need printed materials, don't deal with some city slicker you'll never meet. Trust the folks at Panhandle Printing and Design.
City National Bank, ranked #1 in the region in customer satisfaction 3 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. For a convenient location near you, log on to bankatcity.com.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Yeah, they're going to get hyper vigilant against this thing right now. I'm just fascinated to know what exactly that's going to look like.
Garrett Cole and these other idiots that are sounding off.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball.
Play ball!
Today's Little League All-Star action is being brought to you by
the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center, Taylor's Farm Market and East Cider Press Restaurant, Smallwood and Small Insurance, The Mortgage Center, Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, Milestone Realty, Heffley Motor Company, and Dynamark Atlantic Security Systems.
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
And a very pleasant good evening across the Eastern Panhandle, or wherever you may be tuning in. Welcome into Little League All-Star Baseball. We're at Oatsdale Park for Day 2 of the All-Star Tournament. It is District 6, Area 1. For Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10 Sports, I am Matt Crawford. To my left, Colin McLaughlin. Our cameraman for tonight's festivities, Donald Kenny. And back at the station is Matt Miller. Well, Colin, we are now in the elimination side of the bracket today. One of these teams, meaning Morgan County or Hedgesville, will end their Little League All-Star run this evening, while the other will survive and advance.
Yeah, as that game there between Hedgesville and Morgan County here now, due to the fact that both of those teams lost to Jefferson and Martinsburg yesterday via the mercy rule. Jefferson and Martinsburg will play the second game today, and then the loser of that one will take on the winner of this game that's about to take place.
Yesterday was Morgan County falling 13-2 against Martinsburg. For Hedgesville, it was a 10-0 loss, as Colin mentioned, in mercy rule fashion against the Jefferson 10 to 12-year-olds. The sun gone behind some clouds right now. We saw some scattered showers just a bit earlier, but it seems like everything is going to be A-OK by the start of the game coming up here in just a few minutes. So hopefully the rain will hold out and we will have a beautiful yet sticky and hot night for baseball here in the city of Martinsburg. All right, let's send it back to the station, take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll break down this matchup just a little bit more and get you ready for first pitch. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here. WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Line up right in front of us down the first base line. In the leadoff spot, playing second base is Luke Burr. Doing the catching is Ty Bowman. He will bat second. Batting third is center fielder Brady Smith. Playing third base in the cleanup spot is Chris Williams. Trey Hamlin is playing first and batting fifth. Hitting sixth is Seth Harding. He will play shortstop defensively. Doing the pitching and batting seventh is Xander Kendall. Austin Hahn is playing right field, batting eighth. And Trevor Hudson is in left, batting ninth. Over to Morgan County. They're lining up down the third base line in the blue and gold. It'll be a battle of blue and gold today, just a different shade for each team. Leading off for Morgan County, playing shortstop, is Caden Groves. Doing the catching is Sean McCumbee. He bats second. Batting third is Kyle Moore. He will be the pitcher for Morgan County to start things off this evening. Damian Clark is in the cleanup spot, playing right field defensively. At first base is Brendan Anderton. At third base is Caden Henry, hitting sixth. Seventh is Ben Frank, playing second base. Left field is Wyatt Bartley, hitting eighth. And batting ninth is center fielder Landon Towson. We now pause here 2 minutes, send it back to the station for the national anthem, then we're back for the first pitch.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Hedgesville Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Hedgesville Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back into Oatsdale Park as we get ready for action here today. Our coaches meeting with our four-man umpiring crew at home plate right now, and you wouldn't talk Little League Baseball without the name Rick Mathis out there in the field. He one of the umpires down there. Always good to see the Little League umpires this time of year. Also a big thanks to the District 6 Area 1 crew here. District Administrator Nevin Kilmer, Lynn Compton is the Area 1 Tournament Director, and the Tournament Director for District 6, Buddy Alt and Richie Baldwin. Both coaches going back to their dugouts. It's the battle of blue and gold for Hedgesville. They will be in the more Shepherd Ram blue and gold, if you will, the kind of lighter gold, navy gold, if you will. And for Morgan County, they're in the Mountaineer blue and gold. Some pretty cool uniforms for Morgan County, that digital camo along the sleeves. They're in the gray baseball pants and the blue hats as they are starting their warm-ups in the field as we speak. On the mound for Morgan County is Kyle Moore. Moore got a third of an inning of work yesterday before he came out after 20 pitches. He, in that third inning, had one run come in on one hit, walked two, and struck out one. Colin, you were here yesterday along with Spencer Dupuis, and obviously neither one of the games yesterday going the way that Hedgesville and Morgan County wanted, but it's a double elimination. While you don't want to go down in that hole that quickly and get that first loss, obviously today's a new day, and it's survive and advance at this point.
Yep, as you just said, today is a new day, but the biggest thing for Morgan County, they'll just have to get rid of all those mental errors that they had and the actual errors as well, whether it was on wild throws or passed balls via the pitchers. And let's see if they also keep in mind that pitch count like they did yesterday, where we saw 5 different pitchers, Moore being one of those 5, as you said his stats earlier. As for Hedgesville, it's going to be the same thing. Just make sure that their errors don't happen and that they can be very aggressive on the base paths in hopes that Morgan County does have those errors like they did yesterday.
Our later game will be Martinsburg and Jefferson. That should be a good one. Those two of the perennial powers the last several years. Obviously no Little League last year, but the year before it was up to them to decide who was going to the state tournament. That was a whale of a game that we called out in Moorfield after the game got moved from Petersburg a couple years ago. It was a late rally for Martinsburg in that one, but ended up falling. 10-9 was the final in that one, but I'm sure both of those teams looking to try to get back to that state tournament again this year. Well, it looks like warm-ups are almost done. Moore getting in what looks like his final warm-up pitch for a toss down to second, and we should be just about ready to get underway here from Oatsdale Park in just mere moments.
Looks like it's going to be Luke Bird up first. He's going to try to get his first hit of the tournament here in this at-bat.
Yeah, 0 for 2 yesterday was Bird. Bird playing second base in the field, and we are just about ready for action. Moore coming set on the mound. A little hitch in that delivery, squaring around a bunt is Bird, pulls back, and that one called strike one. First pitch coming a minute early at 4:59.
Yeah, with these Morgan County pitchers, you'll see very big leg kicks, especially if you're watching there on TV10.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one upstairs and inside for ball one, count even 1-1 to Bird. Bowman in that on-deck circle, and Brady Smith is in the hole. Infield playing a little in as once again Bird squares around to bunt, this time fouling it off right behind home plate. They count 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter Luke Bird.
A lot of small ball opportunities here during this tournament. The most successful yesterday was that Martinsburg team when it came to the bunt.
More ready with that 1-2 pitch. And here it is, and another foul ball by Luke Bird, staying alive in that leadoff spot. That's what you love to see from a leadoff hitter. See as many pitches as you can and make that starting pitcher work. 5th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Sean McCumbee, the catcher behind the plate. Here comes the 1-2 from Moore. This one a ground ball to the shortstop, going off of the chest of Caden Groves into the middle of the infield, and that's going to be a E6 to start the game. And you talked about the mental mistakes and physical mistakes go right along there with it, and not a great way to start defensively for Morgan County.
Yeah, I was even watching during warm-ups for Morgan County. This ball there on the grass and dirt taking some wicked hops, and all of that infield during those warm-ups were just unable to get a good read, and saw a lot of errors there in the first one here in regulation.
The batters Ty Bowman, and first pitch swinging, sends this one into right field. Coming in and making the play is Damian Clark. Makes the catch, sliding in on one knee. Tagging up at first is Bird. He makes his way to second. Want the throw coming in a little bit late. He was tagged up and ready to go. So it is a out recorded to fly out to right, but now a runner in scoring position for Hedgesville early.
I was really close there on the tag up. I almost thought he left the second early, but let's see if Morgan County now checks, and it looks like they will.
Nope, he apparently left on time, according to our first base umpire. Again, a bang-bang play. I'm with you. It was awfully close, but apparently timed just perfectly.
Exactly perfect timing.
The batter now is Brady Smith. He fouls off the first pitch he sees back over towards the hill in left field. Fans sitting beyond the center field, left field, and right field wall here at Oatsdale Park. As Moore comes set. Again, a little bit of twist with that delivery. The line drive into center field for a base hit goes off the glove of Towson, and coming in to score from second base is Luke Bird. Taking a big turn around second base is Smith, and he has got a RBI single.
Again, Morgan County just can't keep that ball in front of them. That time, as soon as it hopped, it went right past that center fielder and ultimately led to that first RBI for Hedgesville.
So it was Smith, the single right up the middle, then advancing to second base after it went off the glove of Towson in center. On the move, here's a throw down to third base. It gets past the third baseman, a good backup by the shortstop. Now it looks like we're going to have a rundown between third and home. It was Smith rounding third, so he goes back towards third base, and the throw goes into left field. So an easy jog home now for Brady Smith, and Hedgesville takes the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the left fielder there from Morgan County just staying way deep there in left field instead of coming in to help with that caught runner. And that, as you just said, led to that passed ball.
Not a great start for Morgan County, but Hedgesville taking advantage. The count is 0-1 to Christopher Williams. Williams 2 for 2 yesterday, 2 singles. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one fouled off into the fence just to our right. Count quickly 0-2, and a big pitch coming up here for Kyle Moore.
Almost looked like it hit our camera there on the first base side as it ricocheted off the fence. That was getting a little bit too close for comfort.
Williams steps back in, awaiting that 0-2 pitch. One down here in the top of the first. Here is that pitch, and a sharply hit foul ball getting over top of the dugout down the first baseline. Count stays 0-2. Shortstop Caden Groves playing a little bit further back. He had trouble with the ground ball earlier this inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one off the handle, lifted into shallow center field. Going back onto this Groves, and he can't make the play. Drops in for a single. So now 3 for 3 on the tournament is Chris Williams. He keeps that batting average at 100.
Yeah, very impressive bloop just right there, hitting it into no man's land, and a great start for Hedgesville right now.
I stand corrected, 1,000. 3 for 3 so far on the tournament. Batter now is Trey Hamlin. Fouls this one off down the first base line. Good pickup by one of the coaches for Hedgesville. Coaching staff for the Hedgesville 10 to 12 Little League All-Stars: Brian Williams, Scotty Bowman, and Jeff Hamlin. For Morgan County, it is Eric McCumbee and Jeff Hamlin. Trey Hamlin is the batter, ready with the 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball to the right side. Up with it is the first baseman, Brennan Anderton, and he steps on the bag for out number 2. Advancing to second base is Williams. So a 3 unassisted in the scorebook. Obviously, that's going to be the only play. A little bit of speed on the bases for Williams, but a good job by Anderton, realizing to slow it down and just get the play in front of you. Now another runner in scoring position is Seth Harding is the batter. First pitch low and away, gets by the catcher McCumbee. Advancing to third on the wild pitch is Chris Williams. Now time called down at third as the bag lifting up. Looks like it's back where it should be. Bags aren't dug in the ground like they are at a lot of parks here, just kind of laying on top of the dirt. The count
saw that issue yesterday, especially with second base.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Harding. A ground ball to the third baseman. Coming in on it is Henry. Fires across the diamond and skipping it past Anderton at first base. Rounding first now, heading towards second is Harding. He will take an even bigger round around second. He's going to try for third and slides in safely. 3-0 Hedgesville leads Morgan County.
Great heads-up base running there for Hedgesville, especially with the first base coach for him. Obviously there, when you go to first, you usually take an extra couple steps there, but as soon as he heard his coach yell, go, he was off the second.
Brings up Xander Kendall. First pitch swinging, a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Ben Frank. Fires to first to end the inning. Hedgesville plates 3 in the top of inning number 1. We'll go to the bottom of the first when we come back. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com.
NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back into Little League All-Star Baseball. Matt Crawford, Colin McLaughlin here with you. Donald Kenny is our cameraman for this evening, and Matt Miller is back at the studio. It was 3 in the top of the first for Hedgesville. A couple of costly errors for Morgan County. Let's see if their bats can come alive and try to battle back here quickly in a 3-0 hole. Morgan County yesterday was a 13-2 loss against Martinsburg. And again, just struggled to hit the baseball. Looking up and down their lineup, very similar to what we see in Hedgesville's stats from yesterday. Really just one man offensively able to truly contribute, and that was Kyle Moore. He went 2 for 2 yesterday. Sean McCumbee did get a walk, but other than that, not a whole lot of production. 1 through 9 in this order. Again, for Morgan County, it'll be Groves, McCumbee, and Moore, the 3 due up this inning. On the mound is Xander Kendall for Hedgesville. Kendall did not throw yesterday. Hedgesville used 2 pitchers yesterday, and Kendall was not one of them. Moral pitch is finishing up as a throw down to second. A good throw by Ty Bowman. Nice strong arm behind the plate. Caden Groves getting ready to stand in that right-hand batter's box. Stands pretty much dead square in the middle of that box as he looks down the third base line. And we are ready for action as the third baseman, Chris Williams, playing in on the grass. First pitch high and inside, ball 1. Everywhere else in the infield playing normal depth other than third base. I'm guessing Hedgesville expecting a bunt here by Caden Groves. The 1-0 pitch, that one low and away, ball 2.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Groves does because he's still looking for that first base hit of the tournament, going 0 for 2 yesterday.
Off to a good start here. Heading the count 2-0. That 2-0 pitch, breaking ball in for strike 1. Count 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter, Caden Groves, the shortstop for Morgan County. Here's the 2-1 from Kendall, and Groves way ahead on that swing. Count now even up at 2.
Yeah, he looked like he was going for a fastball on that one, just a little bit off speed.
Kendall works out of the windup with nobody on. Here comes that 2-2 pitch, low and away, ball 3, and the count runs full. We saw his opposition, Kyle Moore, work out of the stretch even with nobody on. But Kendall going to take advantage of nobody on the base paths and work out of the windup. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Groves goes down on strikes for the first out of the bottom of the first. Now brings up Sean McCumbee. McCumbee technically 0 for 0 yesterday with a walk. So was able to get on base once. Here comes the first pitch to McCumbee. A called. Strike 1 on the outside corner.
That was perfect placement there, especially by the catcher for Hedgesville.
Yeah,
that's Bowman out there.
Yep. That is Ty Bowman. If Kendall can find that location consistently, it's going to be a good day for him. Off the handle of the bat, right up the middle, Harding comes over from the shortstop position behind second base to try to make a play, but is not able to do so in time. And it is a 1-out infield single for Sean McCumbee.
Yeah, Harding there went for the bare hand grab, and it just popped right out of it when he was going to make the throw.
So that is McCumbee's first hit of the tournament. And, yeah, that one just off the handle and really in no man's land for Harding to come over behind second base. It was going to have to be a perfect barehanded play to even make it. As now a big secondary lead at first base for McCumbee, able to get back in time, but does warrant a throw back down to first. A little cat and mouse with Bowman and McCumbee on the base paths. It was a called strike 1 at the plate for Kyle Moore, who was the batter. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one low for ball 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. And McCumbee having some fun dancing on the base paths. Gets a big secondary lead. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one off the end of the bat, fouled into the fence to our right. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Moore. Kendall staying in the windup, even with a runner on first base. The breaking ball misses well outside on the 1-2 pitch, getting away from catcher Ty Bowman all the way back to the fence just below us. So it's an easy stroll to second base for Sean McCumbee, who's now in scoring position for Morgan County.
Yeah, Kendall's release point there was just way off as that ball was all the way in that left-handed batter's box.
Here comes Kendall with the 2-2 pitch. This one's sent into right field, and that's going to drop in for a single. Batting it down to keep it in front of him is Austin Hahn, rounding third, and coming home to score is Sean McCumbee, and it is a RBI double for Kyle Moore.
Kyle Moore keeps it perfect with the base hits. He went 2 for 2 yesterday, and now 1 for 1 today.
So Morgan County back within 2. 3-1 is still the Hedgesville lead. The batter, Damian Clark, squares around a bunt, now pulls it back and takes strike 1. A big secondary lead for Kyle Moore, waiting for a throw, and Ty Bowman, the catcher, behind the pitcher's mound, walking him all the way back before just tossing it to Xander Kendall.
I love those stare downs. There was a really funny one yesterday involving Berkeley Springs third baseman there, Henry, just looking at the guy, trying to see if he'd budge.
Was a strike called at the plate, and this one fouled off down the first base line. Good pick up by our first base umpire. Count quickly 0-2 to Damian Clark. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. 3-1 is the Hedgesville lead over Morgan County. 2 hits so far in the inning for Morgan County, looking to stay alive. Ready with the 0-2 pitch. Here it comes from Kendall. That one outside, bouncing over top of the glove of Ty Bowman. And now at third base is Kyle Moore, advancing on the wild pitch. And we've seen a couple times this inning, Xander Kendall just not having the proper release point.
Yeah, I can see the spot where that ball hit there in that batter's box on that left-handed side.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Clark. Clark looking for his first hit of the tournament. Here comes the 1-2, a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. Xander Kendall is retired, bringing up, or should I say Xander Kendall retires his second batter of the inning on strikes. Brings up Brendan Anderton. Anderton 0 for 1 yesterday. Where's that face mask on the front of the helmet? Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Anderton well behind on that swing. I do give Morgan County credit. They are exciting to watch when they're on the bases. They will make you think about them, that's for sure. Here comes the 0-1 from Kendall. This one inside, but able to get a piece of it is Anderton. Fouls it off over towards the first base dugout, ricocheting off back towards the field of play. Count quickly 0-2 to first baseman Brennan Anderton. The fifth batter to come to the plate this half inning for Morgan County. Ready with the 0-2. That one low in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to the batter, Anderton. Infield and outfield normal depth. Third baseman Chris Williams maybe playing a little further in than usual, but not much. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Again off the handle, sent foul down the first base line. And let's do that 1-2 again.
Yeah, Anderton's timing still off. Both times he's fouled it off there was to the opposite field for him.
Yeah, we saw him pretty late on that first swing, and then has fouled one off just a little behind the fastball speed of Kendall. Again, ready with the 1-2. Here it is. That one high and inside, ball 2. Backing Anderson out of the way just a bit off the plate. And again, a little cat and mouse going on between Moore at third base and the catcher, Ty Bowman.
Since, as I mentioned, that he's hitting more opposite field right now, the first and second baseman have both shifted over a couple steps.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Kendall strikes out the side. We'll go to the top of the second when we come back. Hedgesville leads Morgan County 3-1.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com.
3-1. Hedgesville leads Morgan County in the elimination game, the first elimination game of this tournament. This is District 6, Area 1. Could not find any updates. We're efforting to find updates from Area 2 and District 6. That is the other side of the mountain, if you will, back over towards Moorfield, Petersburg, Mineral County, Romney, that area. So we're efforting to find scores to see what went on over there, but have not found those yet. 3 runs in the top of the first inning for Hedgesville. Morgan County battled back to plate 1 in the bottom of the first. Let's see if the errors can subside a bit for Morgan County, as there was some costly ones in the top of the first. We had 3 errors unofficially in that first inning. Turn down to second is there, so we are just about ready for action. Back on the mound is Kyle Moore. Moore gave up 2 hits in the first inning. Didn't walk anybody, however. 17 pitches is what we have as the pitch count in the first inning for Moore. The batter is Austin Hahn. First pitch swing, sends it right back to the pitcher. Moore steps and fires one, but a great play made by Anderton at first base. The throw was low. It was a sprawling Brendan Anderton at first base, able to make the play as he's going to wipe off some dirt and maybe a couple of scratches on that left elbow, but a heck of a play over at first base by Anderton, 1 down.
Yeah, very impressive there just to keep his foot on the bag.
So 1 pitch, 1 out to start the second inning. Good start for Morgan County. Now it's Trevor Hudson up, swing and a miss for strike 1. Hudson, no at-bats yesterday. Get to the bottom 3 in the order for Hedgesville. All 0 for 0 yesterday. Did not get that at-bat. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A called strike 2 at the knees. Good pitch for Moore.
Yeah, right now it's looking like he's getting his groove going. I mentioned it on yesterday's broadcast. Out of the 5 pitchers that we saw, Moore was definitely the hardest throwing one for Morgan County.
See what he comes back with on this 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Hudson helps him out, chases it up the ladder for strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Kyle Moore. So 4 pitches into the inning and 2 down already as it's back to the top of the order. Luke Bird, the batter due up for Hedgesville. The righty steps in. He reached on a E6, his first at-bat, and would come around to score the first run of the game. First pitch swinging, fouls it off to our right. Count 0-1.
Each time that ball lands over there, I get a little bit worried with our camera being right there.
Knock on wood, we've been lucky so far.
Yeah.
Not only with our Little League coverage, but also all spring with our high school baseball coverage. Haven't had one hit yet. Again, somebody knock on wood wherever you may be. The 0-1 lifted off the handle into foul territory, and it drops down that third baseline. Good effort by Henry coming in from third. Also McCumbee from behind the plate, but that went into no man's land in between home plate and third base. The count quickly, 0-2 to Luke Bird. And yeah, Colin, you mentioned it, Moore really seems in a rhythm in this second inning.
Yeah, you can see the focus and confidence just growing and growing after each pitch as well for him.
Here comes the 0-2. That one trailing away and misses off the plate for ball 1. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter.
Yeah, the movement just right at the last second there. At first it looked like it was going right down the middle.
Moore comes set out of the stretch. Again, that twist towards first base. This one sent on the ground to the second baseman. Frank up with it. Fires over to first to end the inning. Hedgesville goes 1-2-3 in the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second when we come back. Morgan County up to bat. It is 3-1 Hedgesville leading Morgan County. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
Welcome back into Oatsdale Park as we go to the bottom of inning number 2. It is 3-1 Hedgesville leading Morgan County. This is game 1 of our doubleheader this evening. Coming up, we believe right around 7:30, will be Jefferson taking on Martinsburg. Both of those teams looking very sharp yesterday as Martinsburg picking up that 13-2 win against Morgan County, and for Hedgesville, they fell to Jefferson 10-0. So the Martinsburg-Jefferson game, as always, in this Little League tournament should be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun, hopefully, to get a second look there at Surf Guerrera, the big man from Jefferson who had two two-run home runs yesterday.
There's always a big kid in that Jefferson. I know it was Ryan Kelly a couple years ago was the big bat for Jefferson. It's always fun to watch those guys develop through the Little League system and then eventually see them on the high school level. Caden Henry is the batter to start things off in the bottom of the second for Morgan County. Takes strike one right down the middle. Henry 0 for 1 yesterday. Out of the windup, it's Xander Kendall back out. We had him at 23 pitches in the first inning. A swing and a miss as Henry pulled his head out on that swing. Quickly behind 0-2. Kendall ready with the 0-2 pitch. Here's that delivery. A breaking ball upstairs. Ball one. 3 strikeouts in that first inning for Kendall. Let's go along with 2 hits. 1 run did come across the score, and a called strike 3 on the 1-2 pitch to Caden Henry. 1 down, and the 4th strikeout of the game already for Xander Kendall.
That's exactly what he needed after a little bit of a stumble there in the first, picking right back up here with a strikeout to start the second.
Batter now is Ben Frank. Awaits the first pitch, and that's a called strike 1 just below the letters. Morgan County in blue across the front of that gold uniform. Frank 0 for 1 yesterday as well. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, low and away, count even at 1. Frank playing second base defensively. Seen him make a couple of plays in the field so far, including the ground out to end the top of the second inning. A swing and a miss. Ben Frank now behind on the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Xander Kendall, very similar to what we saw from Kyle Moore in the top of the second, came into the second inning. He looks very confident up on the hill. Ready with the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. That one low and away. Ball 2. The count is even at 2. Infield normal depth except for Chris Williams, who plays inside that third base bag. The 2-2 pitch. That one low and away. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good crowd on hand sitting beyond the wall in center field as the 3-2 pitch comes in. A swing and a miss, and Ben Frank goes down on strikes. 5th strikeout of the game for Xander Kendall. And the last 4 batters to come to the plate, going back to the first inning, have all been struck out. Every batter of the game so far that has been retired has been via the strikeout. 2 down as Wyatt Bartley stands in. Takes the first pitch low, bouncing away from the catcher Ty Bowman momentarily back onto the field. Count 1-0.
We saw the same thing yesterday in the Morgan County game. In the second inning, the entire side was struck out.
The 1-0 pitch, that fastball up above the head of Wyatt Bartley. He kind of ducks in out of the way. Nicks off the glove of Bowman. Gets back to the backstop, but no harm, no foul. Nobody on base. Count 2 balls, no strikes to the starting left fielder from Morgan County. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. A swing and a miss. Strike 1. Out of the windup. Kendall ready with that 2-1 pitch. That one again missing short. Bouncing into the catcher Bowman. 3 balls, 1 strike to the batter Bartley. Bartley 0 for 1 yesterday. Looking for his first hit of this tournament. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. Little cloud cover coming over the field right now. It's not too bad with the breeze. Doesn't quite feel like the upper 80s to 90s like it is outside right now. The 3-2 pitch low and away, ball 4. So Wyatt Bartley, a 2-out base runner, reaches on the walk. Landon Towson steps in. That's Tausen. So not quite like the school, but pronounced the same way. 0 for 2 yesterday. He also looking for that first hit of the tournament and takes strike one. Was taken the whole way as that front foot coming out pretty much as the ball crossing home plate.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 0 for 2 yesterday. Flew out to the right and then struck out in his second at bat.
Kendall ready with the 0-1 delivery, low and away. Ball one, the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
I see Wyatt Bartley there. I think this is the first time I've noticed he was clapping to try to get the pitcher's attention over on first.
Any little advantage you can get. Here comes the 1-1, and Towson, did he go around? They're going to say no, he did not. He was able to hold up. It was a check swing at the plate, and good discipline to be able to hold that bat. I wasn't sure whether he was able to hold it going through the zone or not. The 2-1 pitch low in the dirt for ball 3. So right on cue as we were complimenting Xander Kendall for coming out with accuracy and confidence to start this second inning. He's a pitch away from walking back-to-back batters with 2 outs, but not quite yet as a swing and a miss by Towson. The count is full to the second straight batter. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Hedgesville leads Morgan County 3-1. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one fouled off at the plate but held on to by Ty Bowman, and the side is retired. 3 more strikeouts in the inning for Xander Kendall. He's now got 6 in the ball game. We'll go to the third inning when we come back. Hedgesville leads Morgan County 3-1.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back into Oatsdale Park. We go to the top of inning number 3. Hedgesville leads Morgan County 3-1. I'm Matt Crawford. Our TV10 cameraman is Donald Kenny. Back at the studio is Matt Miller, and now in with your play-by-play as you get ready for the third inning, Colin McLaughlin.
Thanks, Matt. As you said, top of the third, still on the mound for Morgan County is Kyle Moore, the only one to have an RBI so far for Morgan County. He's going to try to make sure this lead doesn't get any more for Hedgesville, as due up is Ty Bowman, Brady Smith, and Chris Williams for the Hedgesville All-Stars.
We do have some scoring updates thanks to the Crack Research back at the station. Matt Miller giving us some scores from Area 2 in District 6. Grant County beat Hampshire yesterday 3-1, and Mineral County beat Moorfield 5-0. So going on right now is Hampshire and Moorfield. 7:30 tonight is Grant County taking on Mineral County. Again, thank you, Mr. Miller.
Here's the first pitch from Moore to Bowman, swinging and missing. Strike 1 right down the middle. Bowman flew out there in his first at-bat in the first inning to right field. As Moore sets, here's the windup in the pitch. That one way outside. The count now 1-1 to the catcher, Ty Bowman. Bowman still looking for that first base hit as he was hitless yesterday. He went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Moore's pitch, the third one of this at-bat, going to be popped up over to the first baseman, Anderton, and it's going to go behind him, land in fair territory. Bowman now heading the second. The throw from Anderton to the second baseman, and it looks like he never tagged him. Called safe, kind of dropping in there, was Bowman.
Yeah, that one just landing in fair territory. A tough play at first base for Anderson. He's going back on that baseball. It was a good relay to get towards second base, but an even better job of avoiding the tag.
Count that as an error there on the first baseman, bringing up Brady Smith. Swing and a miss there from Smith as the ball goes off the glove of McCumbee. Over to third is Bowman with nobody out. And a runner, not exactly 90 feet.
60,
What is it here?
60
feet? 60 feet. I
feet.
caught myself.
You did. 60 feet for the bases, 200 feet to the fences all the way around.
Timeout called here, as it looks like the catcher's
Wardrobe
gonna be
malfunction.
changing gloves, and
Yep.
I actually think I saw there that the new catcher in is Groves.
And so McCumbee no
For
longer behind the plate.
Morgan County. This pitch from Moore outside, getting away from Groves, but no runner, advancing the count now at 1-1 to Brady Smith. Smith had a single there in his first at bat and an RBI as well. Left-handed batter gets the pitch from Moore, and that one almost hits him. He had to dive out of the way, and no runner advances as that pitch yet again went by the catcher of Groves.
Yeah, and a couple more looking around the infield, a couple of more changes defensively. Did not get the official word up to the press box as to those defensive changes. Doesn't look like any new subs have come in.
Yeah, I think the
just
only
changes
thing I see
throughout
is
the
Moore here gets it to Smith, who's going to drive it into right field, getting by the glove of Damian Clark, and that's going to be a RBI triple for Brady Smith.
Yeah, hit that ball just about as hard as he could the opposite field, and a very tough one in right field for Damian Clark to handle coming over on it. Looked like he was in a good position to make that play. Unfortunately, just really couldn't get that glove up in time. By the time that glove's going up with the left hand, just not able to make the catch, but an absolute scorcher off the bat of Smith, and he's got his second RBI of the day.
Hedgesville now leads 4-1 over Morgan County as Moore's pitch here fouled off by Chris Williams to the left side and at a play for strike one. Runner on third base. Still nobody out here in the top of the third inning as Moore now stares down and gets ready for the second pitch of this at bat. It's going to be a fastball grazing the outside and in the dirt. And Smith going to stay at third base. The count now at 1-1.
Yeah, good job by Groves getting that baseball quickly behind home plate, hitting hard off the fence that is the backstop all the way around, and hitting hard enough that it got back to the catcher Groves, who was hustling back to get that baseball.
Single in Williams' last at bat there in the first is this one. It's going to be driven into center field, going over Towson's head, and out of here, a home run to center field, two-run shot, making the score now 6-0. Chris Williams getting that one for Hedgesville. He's going to be met at home plate by all of his teammates. Still nobody out in the third. Hedgesville with the first home run for them of this tournament, going to Chris Williams.
And Williams hit that one to dead straight away center field. Wasn't sure after that whether it was going to have enough juice to get out, but it did, as Towson in center field going back to the wall and watching that one go over. And Williams keeps his hot start to the tournament alive now, 4 for 4 over the last 2 days.
As Trey Hamlin now up to the bat, the first pitch from Moore going to the backstop for ball number 1. Moore just going to need to settle down now and get his groove back like he did in the second inning. This one fastball. Hamlin gets it right down to the left side, and picking it up now is Bartley. That's going to be a single for Trey Hamlin.
Hitting is contagious. Hitting and not hitting, I should say, is contagious. And right now, Hedgesville hitting the baseball very well in this third inning. 3 runs across already in the inning, and still nobody has been retired.
Let's see it. Seth Harding for Hedgesville can add to that base hitting streak, and he has a ground ball to the shortstop. Over trying to toss it is McCumbee now at short after he was catcher the first 2 innings. Threw it to Frank, and it went off his glove. So runners at first and second now.
Yeah, an awkward angle to make that catch for Frank at second base. It was the in-between kind of belt-high catch where you're not sure whether you should be flipping the glove over or making a normal catch, but a scorcher from McCumbee put a lot of mustard on that throw and a little too tough to handle for Franks at second base.
Moore gets a fastball right by Kendall for strike 1 here. Xander Kendall trying to get his first hit of the tournament. He grounded out to second in his first at-bat and then was hitless yesterday against Jefferson. Moore, another fastball, looks like just low for ball 1. The count now 1-1 to Xander Kendall. Runner on first and second. Still nobody out in the third. Hedgesville has 3 runs already across the plate here in the top of the third. Morse pitch, inside fastball. Kendall held that bat back on the check swing, so it's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike now. To the opposite pitcher for Hedgesville. He's going to try to extend its lead and help himself out on the mound. This pitch from Moore getting by the glove of Groves, the catcher, and that's going to advance both base runners 1 base each. So on second now is Harding and Hamlin. Over to third, the count now 3-1 to Kendall. Three-1 is the count. Kendall, the right-handed batter, still up to bat. Here's the pitch from Moore. And Kendall's going to get a piece of it into center field, and that's going to bring in 2 runners with a single.
2 RBI, single, and a good piece of hitting. Is Xander Kendall going to help his own cause? And that's his first hit of this All-Star tournament. Right now, Hedgesville laying the runs on, and you would hate to think of another mercy rule game for Morgan County, but things very close to going that direction.
Here's the pitch from Moore, and that one way over the head of Hahn, and easily getting to second base off that wild pitch is Kendall. As you mentioned, the mercy rule would go into effect if Hedgesville gets 3 more runs, but it wouldn't be until next inning. Hahn grounded right back to the pitcher in his last at-bat, and this one gets a piece of it over to the second baseman, and it's going to go off the glove of Ben Frank, so that's going to be an error by him. And standing at the corners now is Hahn and Kendall.
And Frank did a good job of charging that baseball. Didn't let it play him. He came up, but unfortunately, right as he goes to get in front of the baseball, it hits that lip right at the edge of the grass. And anybody who's ever played the game of baseball knows when it hits the lip, you just have no idea where it's going to ricochet. And now I'm going right over the glove of Ben Frank at second base.
Trevor Hudson now first pitch swinging, and he's going to foul that to the third base dugout for strike 1. For those of you just tuning in, Hedgesville leading Morgan County here in the losers bracket of the Area 1 10 to 12-year-old All-Star Tournament by a score of 8-1. Tyler Morris pitch, fastball on the inside corner for strike 2. Hudson struck out in his last at-bat and did not play yesterday. Here's the pitch. This one a line drive into right center field. Going over to scoop it up is the center fielder Towson. So that's going to be an RBI single now for Trevor Hudson to make the score 9-1. Hedgesville leads in the third.
Hitting is contagious. We've said that this entire inning. And really 1 through 9 right now, or should I say 2 through 7 so far. Doing a pretty darn good job, or 2 through 8 so far. Doing a good job in the order, and really just spraying the baseball all over the ballpark. We've seen ones hit the left field. We've seen a couple go right back into center field, a couple into right field. I mean, Hedgesville just hitting the baseball very, very well right now.
Top of the lineup we go now. Luke Bird fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Going to have to do some rearranging here on our scorecard as well, because after Luke Bird, Hedgesville is officially hit through the lineup in this top of the third.
Yeah, scratch out the 4 and make it a 3.
Yep, and another thing to note, there's still nobody out. As this pitch goes by Groves, and advancing to third base is Austin Hahn, and to second base is Trevor Hudson there. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Luke Bird. Some more gets the ball back here. He's going to set and take his wind up. Big leg kick. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and inside to Luke Bird for ball 2. 2 runners in scoring position now for Hedgesville. Still nobody out. Luke Bird grounded to second base there in the second inning. This one high, almost hits him. He had to duck below it. The count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Bird still trying to get his first base hit of the tournament. Moore trying to get second spot, and this one fouled off by Bird, so the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman, Luke Bird.
It seems like a game of baseball, the first out or the last out of an inning sometimes are the hardest ones to get. And right now, I'm sure for Kyle Moore, it seems like he's been out there for about 6 hours trying to get this first out of the inning.
Here's the payoff pitch from Moore to Bird, and that's going to go over the glove of Damian Clark. Bird rounding second, heading to third. The ball wild, going over second baseman heads Ben Frank, and standing up at third base with a 2 RBI triple is Luke Bird. Hedgesville now leads 11-1.
And now you're at the point of the game where it will take another inning. It isn't going to be a mercy rule right now as we have a walkout to the mound. I think Kyle Moore, you can tell by the body language, is really deflated on the mound. He walked about halfway to the dugout expecting to come out of the game, and you can tell just very deflated as it looks like we will have a pitching change.
And it looks like Moore will head to shortstop, and coming into pitch will be McCumbee. Let's take a 1-minute break here while we get everything situated. Still in the top of the third, nobody out. The score, Hedgesville 11, Morgan County 1, a 1-minute break. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome back here to Oatsdale Park. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Matt Crawford. Our cameraman is Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is Matt Miller. Hedgesville leads here in the first of 2 games for this tournament today. Jefferson and Martinsburg in the second one. Now pitching for Morgan County is Sean McCumbee. Going over to shortstop there is Moore.
Yeah, Kyle Moore going to short. It's a just switch from mound to shortstop. McCumbee did throw yesterday, inning in 2/3 on the mound. 22 pitches thrown yesterday for McCumbee. 4 strikeouts. 1 run given up. Did not allow a hit.
And Bowman up to bat. First pitch swinging. He's going to bloop it into left center field for an RBI single. It went over the head of Moore. Score now 12-1. Hedgesville leads in the third.
Moore going into shallow left center field, and just a tough play for the center fielder, left field, and shortstop to all kind of convene in a very shallow spot in the outfield. Moore didn't get a great read on it off the bat, and Hedgesville landed on now in the third inning.
And
batter is Brady Smith, and he got hit by the pitch. Good show of sportsmanship there as McCumbee comes off the mound. Goes over and gives Smith a high five, making sure he's all right. Brings up the big bat of Chris Williams. He had the big home run to center field his last at-bat. That was earlier this inning. Seems like days ago at this point, but it was earlier this half inning.
As Sean McCumbee's first pitch here, taking ball 1 to Chris Williams. Still nobody out here in the top of the third. Williams squares down to bunt. It's going to drop right in front of McCumbee. He's going to fire it over to Anderton at first base for the first out here in the top of the third.
Big first out of the inning. A much needed one for Morgan County.
Both runners advance there on the sacrifice bunt, bringing up Trey Hamlin. Hamlin earlier this inning had a single there to left field. 2 runners in scoring position first swing of the at-bat, a big one, and he misses it for strike one. Hamlin yesterday went 1 for 2. Sean McCumbee now on the mound. Came in 3 batters ago, and he gets this one by Hamlin for strike number 2.
Good zip on the fastball for Sean McCumbee. Definitely a change of speeds.
1 out. 9 runs have already crossed the plate here in the third. McCumbee gets that one just outside for a ball. The count now 1-2 to Hamlin. This pitch inside, fouling it off is Hamlin, as it almost looked like it was going to hit him possibly as well if he wouldn't have swung. The count remains at 1-2.
Yeah, more of a defensive swing than anything else. That one right off the handle, just getting a piece of it.
Pitch from McCumbee. Hamlin going to ground that to the third base side, and it looks like it was just foul. I kind of got a pillar in the way, so it did go foul.
Yeah, just a
Yep.
scorched foul, but heads up, Ty Bowman down there pulling a little matrix trick trying to get out of the way of that baseball at third base.
Hamlin definitely had some pop there in that at-bat. Trying to stay alive here. The count still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on second and third. McCumbee sets. Here's the windup and the pitch from Sean McCumbee, and that one just going to be lined right back to third base, and catching it is Henry for the second out. Seth Harding now up to bat with 2 outs here. As soon as McCumbie's came in, he's been all business there on the mound, trying to get Morgan County out of this very excruciating top of the third for them. This pitch from McCumbee, outside ball 1 to Harding. He singled in his last at bat into the infield and then later scored, which everybody in the lineup has done so far this inning for Hedgesville. And this one, line drive there over the shortstop's head of Moore into left field, and that's going to be a 2 RBI single, as getting it in is Bartley. The score now 14-1. Hedgesville still on top of Morgan County. Xander Kendall will be due up. He had a 2 RBI single in his last at bat.
First pitch low and away, and on the move towards second base is Harding, and he is in safely as that throw goes up and away from Moore at short.
Thank you there, Matt. I was just still writing some things down here on the scorecard, doing the best that we can here in this very long third inning. So the count 1-0. Kendall now pops this up over to first base. Anderton trying to back up, goes over his head. We saw that earlier in the inning. So now runners coming in to score is Harding.
Yeah, Harding with 2 outs was on the move with the crack of the bat, or the ting of the bat, if you will, and being at second base, an easy opportunity for him to come around and score as that one dropped into shallow right field. He was moving from the ting of the bat, and the hits just keep on coming. 15-1 is the Hedgesville lead over Morgan County.
So another error there by the first baseman. Up to bat is Austin Hahn, and he's going to foul that one to the right side over the first base dugout for strike 1. Sean McCumbee now trying to get back to the pitcher's mound, and he's already ready for the second pitch of this at bat. There's the windup and the pitch, and that one looked like might have hit Harris.
No, it actually ended up going behind him. He kind of leaned forward, so that one would go behind as it was coming right at his front shoulder. Just leaned forward and had it go behind.
That untucked jersey or not, because he went instead of backwards behind that right-handed batter's box. Instead, he went to the left-handed batter's box as he fouls this one off. Over at second base there after that last pitch is now Xander Kendall. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Austin Hahn. Score 15-1. Hedgesville leads. This one a foul ball as it went to almost hit Harris, and he had to duck, but he left the bat there. Nonetheless, the count remains 1 ball, 2 strike. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, got to drop the bat. He ducked out of the way, but that bat staying perfectly up and down and went behind his head, nicking off the bat on the way through.
Now, what I've never seen is the catcher catch that for that third one. As this one does hit him, so Harris is okay, and he's going to jog over to first base.
Second hit batter of the inning. And Hedgesville finding a way on base in just about every way possible. There's been a home run this inning. There's been a couple of singles. There's been a walk. There's been a couple of hit batters. It's been every which way to get on base for Hedgesville, and it has shown on the scoreboard 15-1.
Some good sportsmanship there as you were talking, Matt. Sean McCumbee went over to first base just to shake Austin Hahn's hand and say no hard feelings. Runner on first and second now. Up to bat is Trevor Hudson. The first pitch, I believe, was taken for a ball.
Oh, yeah, it almost hit the batter. Yeah, that was well inside.
McCumbee's pitch. Tried to get a breaking ball there, and it never broke, stayed high. So the count now 2 balls, no strikes.
And we do have our first pinch hitter of the game. Caleb Wood is at the plate.
In now for Trevor Hudson.
And another stroll to the mound. Believe that is
happens here.
Coach McCumbee walking out to the mound.
Yep, head coach Aaron McCumbee just going to talk to his son, Sean McCumbee, calm him down here to get him out of this very long top of the third that we're still in. Hedgesville's almost batted around twice so far. Also looks like we have a special pinch runner coming in here for Hedgesville. Looks like number 14, Trevor Hudson's going to enter the game at second base for Xander Kendall, who's the pitcher.
Yep. Not an at-bat here, so a chance to run. It was supposed to be Hudson at the plate. Wood is pinch hitting for him, so now an opportunity to run for the pitcher.
Now we're going to have a little bit of a meeting between the umpires and coaches as well, just to confirm that the special runner is allowed, which it should be for the pitcher. Everything's confirmed, and we're back here. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the top of the third. Here's the pitch from Sean McCumbee, and that one bounces right on home plate. So the count now 3 balls, no strikes to Caleb Wood.
Still 1 base open, but not a situation you want to be in with the bases loaded. Already down 15-1, but that is going to be the situation. Base hit, ball 4.
Here's ball 4 there as it bounced at home plate and actually went into the mask of Groves. So the bases are now loaded, bringing up Luke Bird. Bird had that triple to right field that scored 2 in his at-bat earlier in the third. See what he can do here. 15-1 is your score. Some clouds going over the sun here. Sean McCumbee's first pitch to Bird. He's going to rip that over the head of Moore into left field, and that's going all the way to the wall. Everybody carouseling around the bases, and it's going to be another triple, scoring 3 this time for Luke Bird.
I believe that Hedgesville, looking at the score sheet, they have this inning hit for the cycle. We've had a home run. We've now had a triple. We've had a double and a plethora of singles thrown in there. 18-1. I don't think what anybody was expecting in this half inning. While it was a 3-1 lead for Hedgesville going into the top of this third inning, I don't know if anybody was anticipating 15 runs being put up.
And it sounded like we have a pinch hitter here. Do you see who
Wyatt Zimmerman.
It is? Wyatt Zimmerman coming in for Ty Bowman. First pitch to Zimmerman, taken for a ball. Here's the second pitch to Zimmerman. That one high and inside, ball 2 now. Still in the top of the third inning here, so if you've left and came back, nothing has changed in that aspect.
Other than the score.
Other than the score now, 18-1. Hedgesville leads Morgan County. Pitch to McCumbee. Zimmerman chopping that, going right by the glove over to shortstop Moore. He's not going to be able to get that one over to first. Now is Zimmerman coming in to score from third base. Is Bird 19-1's the score now.
Yeah, with 60-foot bases, that really hit into no man's land just past the outstretched glove of Sean McCumbee. And if he can't get to that baseball, there's really no shot for Kyle Moore to come in on that slow-rolling baseball and have any shot at first base. Really nothing he could do. Again, tried to come in and barehand a ball that was stopped in the grass, but not a whole lot he's going to do even if he's able to get it.
A swing and a miss here from Brady Smith as a ball goes by the glove of Groves into the backstop area. Advancing to second base is Wyatt Zimmerman now. Pitch still a strike to Brady Smith, so the count now 0-1 at 2 outs. Sean McCumbee trying to get a breaking ball as it goes off the glove of Groves. Yet again, now over to third base is Wyatt Zimmerman. Count 1-1 to Brady Smith. Brady Smith also had a triple in his last at-bat earlier in this inning. This pitch from McCumbee way outside and high. Count now 2-1. Back into the left-handed batter's box is Brady Smith. McCumbee wind up and the pitch. That one going to be hit high into center field. Tracking is Towson, and he's going to make the catch. This long top of the third. Finally over, but not before 16 runs cross the plate. Score 19-1. Hedgesville leads Morgan County. We'll head to the bottom of the third after a 1-minute break. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the third. Hedgesville leads 19-1 over Morgan County in this elimination game. The winner of this one, which unless something crazy happens, looks like will be Hedgesville. They await the loser of Jefferson against Martinsburg. That one's scheduled for 7:30 today.
Xander Kendall still out on the mound. I wondered if we may see a pitching change just based on how long that top of the third took. I didn't know what the stats of his arm was going to be, whether he sat a little bit too long while he was out there swinging the bat, so staying loose. Wasn't sure whether he was going to come back out on the mound with the length that top of the third inning took.
As both coaches for Morgan County go to their respective first and third base spots, coming up to bat now for Morgan County is Sean McCumbee. I believe it should be Caden Groves. I'm looking here. Yeah, it should be Caden Groves up the bat. That's what I have as well.
Yeah.
So they're about to hit out of order unless something changes, and we're getting ready to change it over. We got some people yelling from up here to let Morgan County know. It has been a long inning, so
it has.
They are now switching, and yep, Caden Groves is going to come out to hit. So it's Caden Groves, then Sean McCumbee, then Kyle Moore here for the bottom of the third. Groves struck out there to start the first inning. It's Xander Kendall still on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one, a fastball outside, ball one to Caden Groves. Kendall has a little bit of that CC Sabathia look, the way he has his hat a little bit to the side. He gets this one inside corner, called strike one.
Well, Fernando Rodney, too. I know he used to do that back in the day. And that hat twisted just towards that first base line.
He gets a pitch in, swinging and missing is Groves. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Groves chasing that one up and in.
Groves
and a little smirk on the face of Kendall as he knew he got helped out a little bit with that pitch.
It's Kendall's pitch this time low and away for ball 2. The count now 2-2. Grove still trying to get his first base hit of the tournament. He went 0 for 2 yesterday and 0 for 1 so far today. Kendall nods. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one low and away, getting by Bowman. The count now full at 3-2 to the shortstop, Caden Groves.
Again, this is
catcher Caden Groves.
This is game 1 of our doubleheader. Martinsburg and Jefferson are scheduled for a 7:30 first pitch later.
So Groves gets the payoff pitch. He's going to chop it over to the third base side. Fires it over to Hamlin at first for the out.
Yeah, sharply hit ball, but well played at third base by Chris Williams. And a good, strong throw over to first. Some tall kids on this Hedgesville team, especially when you look at the corners. Williams going to move in on the grasses. He's thinking we could have a bunt situation by McCumbee.
He had an infield single in his first at bat as the pitch to McCumbee, taken ball 1 from Xander Kendall. Kendall nods now, gets a little bit of a smile to the catcher, and he's going to fire that breaking ball low and away. The count 2-0 now. Score 19-1 Hedgesville with a dominant top of the third, plating 16 as this one a fastball just below the knees. The count now 3 balls and no strikes. Kendall, the starting pitcher for Hedgesville. We've seen 2 pitchers so far from Morgan County. Here's his pitch. That one just on the inside corner for a strike to Sean McCumbee, who thought he was getting a free base there. He started to make his way over. Count 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the windup and the pitch from Kendall. And popping it to the backstop is McCumbee. The count now full yet again here in back-to-back at-bats.
Yeah, good battle back on the mound for Kendall. Falling behind 3-0 and working his way back in back-to-back pitches. See what he has here for the payoff on 3-2.
There's the windup and the pitch from Kendall. And that one going to be blooped over the shortstop's head. Coming in and sliding is Trevor Hudson there in left field to make a beautiful catch. McCumbee not happy with that one, stomping around. Got a great piece of it. I thought it was going to be into no man's land, but great heads-up play there by Trevor Hudson.
And that is left field. That's Woods in left field. Or Wood in left field.
Yes, Wood did change there, so Wood now in left field.
So heck of a play made by a kid who's getting his first action in left field today, not a starter. Coming in after getting an at-bat, getting his time in the field. A heck of a play sliding in to make it.
Kyle Moore now up to bat. Takes the first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Kendall sets. Here's his pitch. That one outside the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kyle Moore. Moore had a 2 RBI double in his last at bat. It's Moore, starting pitcher that we had today. Now at shortstop. Takes this pitch low for ball 2. Gets his stance ready. Here's the pitch from Kendall. That one high going over the head of Moore. Didn't even move. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, Kendall, we saw his release point a little inaccurate a few innings ago, but that second inning really was able to settle in. That's the first really wild throw we've seen from him in quite a while.
And this pitch, the 5th one of the at-bat, it's going to be low, ball 4, so advancing to first base now is Kyle Moore, bringing up Damian Clark.
Now we got a rundown between first and second, but Moore going to able to retreat back to the bag.
As you said earlier, you love watching that Morgan County team on the base path.
Yep. Yeah, they certainly make you remember them. You will not forget that there is somebody standing on first, second, or third.
So we actually have a pinch hitter in here for Damian Clark. Is this pitch taken strike 1? It is number 25, Landon Kelly Krieger. As this pitch blown right by, swinging and missing, as stealing second base as well is Kyle Moore. So the count now 0 balls, 2 strikes to Kelly Krieger.
And Moore, the minute he saw that baseball leave the hand of the second baseman, Luke Bird, immediately started getting that lead off second base for retreating back to the bag for the pitch.
Here's the third pitch of the at-bat, and caught him looking. Down on strikes goes Kelly Krieger. So no runs cross the plate. The score will remain 19-1, and it looks like we do have a mercy rule here in the third as both teams come and tip their caps to each other. So the final score here from Oatsdale Park, Hedgesville 19, Morgan County 1. Let's take a 2-minute break so we can get ready for the post-game show. Again, a 2-minute break. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit trippsfloorsanding.com.
Here to Oatsdale Park, the final score, Hedgesville 19, Morgan County 1 at the end of 3 innings. The 15-run mercy rule in effect. So Hedgesville advances. Morgan County's tournament is finished, and the Hedgesville All-Stars will wait for the loser of Jefferson and Martinsburg. That one's scheduled for 7:30, may start a little bit earlier than that.
Heck of a game for Hedgesville. Good battle-back game against Morgan County. And Morgan County, unfortunately, getting to this All-Star Summer League tournament, it's not been overly kind to them over the past several years. They're now 0 for their last 12 at this 10 to 12-year-old level at this tournament. So, unfortunately, just not going in the right direction again this year. But for Hedgesville, it's a good battle-back game for them after losing 10-0 yesterday, and that a 4-inning mercy rule game. We now understand, talking with District Administrator Nevin Kilmer, there is that 15 after 3 mercy rule. It was a surprise to folks up here in the press box as well, not just us. I'm not sure when that was added, if that's a new addition or not, but this was a good, solid game start to finish for Hedgesville. Obviously, the 16-run third inning, you're never going to anticipate that happening. I know anything can happen, and we've seen this and a lot worse at this little league level when you have guys that just can't consistently get outs. But that's got to be a lot of confidence for Hedgesville, and they survive and advance, and we'll get the loser of the next game we have, Jefferson and Martinsburg. That should be a good one coming up here in just about an hour from now.
Yep, let's take a 1-minute break as Hedgesville takes a victory lap, getting high fives from their fans. Again, a 1-minute break, and then we'll recap the game for you. This is Little League All-Star Baseball right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back here to Oatsdale Park. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Matt Crawford. Our cameraman Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is Matt Miller. The final score from this game, Hedgesville 19, Morgan County 1. Just want to remind everyone that this Little League International Tournament game is presented by Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the expressed written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org.
Let's start with some of the pitching numbers as we look at what was a tough day, both for Kyle Moore and Sean McCumbee. Combined, they would go on to give up 13 hits with those 19 runs. Really just struggled when it came to getting outs. And credit Hedgesville for spraying the ball all over the place. For Hedgesville, doing the pitching from start to finish, all 3 innings with Xander Kelly. He gave up 1 run on 2 hits, striking out 7 and walking 2. Some hitting totals. We will start with Morgan County, and then we'll go to Hedgesville. As for Morgan County, there was 2 hits in that first inning. Sean McCumbee had an infield single. Then it was an RBI double for Kyle Moore, and you're thinking, all right, what's going to happen here? Are they going to be able to string some hits together? Unfortunately, the only 2 hits of the ball game for them. And Colin, for Hedgesville, it was really top to bottom. There's nobody you can necessarily single out. I think when you look at some of those numbers, they're very impressive, just overall number of hits. I think the one that is going to stick out was that big home run that really seemed to get the ball rolling for Chris Williams.
Yeah, that's the one that I was going to mention, just to give him a shout-out since it was his first home run and only one for the Hedgesville team this tournament. That one right into center field that gave him 2 runs off of that out of the 16 that came across there in the third. But in the first there, they had a good one as well. Plating 3, had 2 hits. Left 1 on base there, but yeah, as you mentioned, that third inning, they had 16 runs, 11 hits. Morgan County gave them 3 errors. They only left 1 on base. There were no strikeouts and 1 walk in that one, and that's what got us to 19-1. Hedgesville victorious over Morgan County.
Final numbers look like this for Hedgesville: 19 runs on 13 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on, 1 in scoring position. For Morgan County, 1 run on 2 hits, 6 errors for them in the field, 3 runners left on, 1 of those in scoring position. Xander Kendall picks up the win. Kyle Moore is the tough luck loser. Time of the game, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Well, that is going to wrap up our coverage of Game 1. Again, is an expected 7:30 first pitch, but we understand from Nevin Kilmer, the district administrator, we may go at about 7:15 or 7:20, so just stay tuned if you're watching on TV. We're going to go into some Law Enforcement Live for a little while, and then we will come back on YouTube. We're going to shut this broadcast down and start a completely new stream, so if you're looking for the game later, it's not going to be the same video, a fresh video that will say Martinsburg and Jefferson Radio. We're going to go back into normal programming as well, and in just about an hour, we will come back for Martinsburg and Jefferson. The winner earns a bye until we get to the district round, and for the loser, they will get a game against Hedgesville coming up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Again, one final time, the final in this one, 19-1, Hedgesville eliminating Morgan County. Hedgesville now 1-1 in the tournament. Morgan County going 0-2 in this 10-12 Little League All-Star Tournament. For Colin McLaughlin, I'm Matt Crawford. Donald Kenny has been our TV 10 cameraman. Matt Miller is back at the studio. We will see you all again in just about an hour for Jefferson and Martinsburg.
We thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Today's game has been brought to you by
the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center, Taylor's Farm Market and East Cider Press Restaurant, Smallwood and Small Insurance, The Mortgage Center, Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, Milestone Realty, Heffley Motor Company, and Dynamark Atlantic Security Systems.
Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call